Hi everyone, Nick Kratikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and today I'm actually in our old studio, so the basement studio, and I have three 14-inch oval wreaths, 14-inch grapevines, and that's pretty much all the grapevines we have left. So I figured tonight we would design something with these. I have kind of a little slew of flowers and greenery, and we're going to make this work. So as you come in, if you're watching the replay, as always, do me a favor and comment down below, letting me know that you're here, and while you're at it, let me know where you're from. As most of you guys know, we are kind of wanting to travel and explore different states and cities. And Alex really wants to do meet and greets or meetups in certain states. So by letting us know where you're from, it'll just help us gauge in the future kind of where we should stop. Hey Donna, nice to see you. So I hope we're at a good angle. This is kind of a last minute live. We haven't been live in a few days, and I figured it's time to make it up to you guys. So here's what the 14-inch ovals look like. We have these in stock. Our 14-inch rounds, our 18-inch rounds are sold out. We do have a few 18-inch ovals, I believe, but we have more on the way. So this time it was kind of a shock. Donna's from Rhode Island, not far from me at all. But it was kind of a shock to see how fast our grapevines went this time around. You know, we ordered thousands of them, maybe a month and a half ago or so, and we're down to nothing. I mean, I don't even have many for myself to use. So if you guys are interested in more grapevines, do me a favor and let me know. Our 14-inch rounds are $5.75. Hard to beat that price. So let's get started. I'm thinking for this wreath, we'll see. Let's see. Maybe we'll use this greenery. This is one of my favorites. And maybe we'll do lavender. What do you guys think? Hands up if you like that combo. Hey, Patricia. Nice to see you. Thank you for sharing. So let's start with this. So this greenery is only $5.50 in our shop, and it's a mixture of blade eucalyptus, the seed heads, seeded eucalyptus, boxwood. I love these sprays. These are so full and beautiful. Hey, Minnie. Nice to see you. All right, so how do we want to work these in? We're going to spend some time together, so let's just actually cut these off individually. That way it takes us longer and I have more time to chit-chat with you all. So let's give you a few updates. I think it's well-deserved. Updates on Yaya as well as our dog Gemma. So Gemma did come home today, and unfortunately, she's not looking so great. I'm sure she'll be fine. She just hasn't moved at all, and it makes me really worried because she's not the type to just sit around and lounge all day. So hopefully she perks back up and does okay. Dad said when he picked her up from the vet today, she was so excited to see him, and that makes me so happy. But yes, it is confirmed she does have Addison's disease. And truth be told, I didn't know much about that disease at all. But, you know, I know lots of you guys either have Addison's disease yourselves or know somebody, or you've had pets that have had it. And you guys say that it's okay. It's just right now she does not look so hot, unfortunately. But I'm sure she's a trooper too. She's been through some tough situations in her life. We think that she was abused prior to being with us. She was a rescue. They found her in Georgia. And we rescued her almost 5 years ago now. Wow, that looks pretty all on its own, doesn't it? Teresa's Pomeranian has it. Hey, Debbie, nice to see you. Oh, I forgot to bring some pipe cleaners over. Give me 1 sec. Okay, we got some pipe cleaners now. So I'm thinking for tonight's bow, let's use this loop net. But yeah, that's an update on Gemma. Yaya yesterday wasn't feeling amazing. She did have to take her pill that gives her like instant relief. I don't know exactly the name of it. Dad knows more about that. But what they ended up finding for her, most of you guys know that she was having some issues and she was in the hospital for a few days. And they couldn't figure out what through all of their testing. So then they scheduled her for some dye in her heart. They put some dye. I'm not sure what it does, but I'm sure, you know, pulls up any abnormalities and issues. So she got the dye in her heart. They found a few blocks, I believe, that surgery wouldn't be appropriate for. So instead they gave her a medication that hopefully will kick in and get her back to feeling 100%. So it's been a scary few weeks. You know, Dad was in the hospital. He left right before an order arrived due to kidney stones, which, you know, is not a serious complication at all. But, you know, both my dad, Yaya, and my dog have had issues in the last month. So I don't know if somebody gave me the evil eye or if God's testing me, but, you know, that's not going to stop us. That's for sure. So Yaya's not in the hospital, of course. She's home. She's actually upstairs resting for the first time in forever because she doesn't sit down. You guys know that. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. I appreciate it. And if you enjoy watching me, do me a favor and hit that like button or that share button. It helps me inspire others. And if I've inspired you at one point or another, my job is complete. That is my #1 goal. Everything else is not as important. So we're going to take this bow. We just did a simple little bow. We're going to place that in the upper right-hand corner. But yeah, you know, Gemma was in the hospital two or 3 days, or the vet, which is still a hospital, right? It's still a hospital. Ended up being about $1,500 or so for the vet. But that's okay. Anything for our little Gemma. All right. There's the bow. So what do you guys think? Should we come back in with the lavender? Love what you were doing. Thank you, Anne. And thank you guys for the well wishes. You know, everything's okay. And if it's not okay, it's still okay at the same time. Everything happens for a reason. And let me know, do you guys believe in that? I'm definitely a firm believer in that. If you're not where you're at any particular moment in time, just know that that's exactly where you're supposed to be. So I believe it. And even if it's not true, it's definitely something that helps, right? So whether it be in your personal life, in your business, with your job, any situation, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And what a beautiful way to look at life, right? So that's definitely changed over the years. You know, I definitely think that way now, but if you were to ask me that years ago, I'd be like, no way. So the lavender I'm using today, we did sell out of all of our lavender at nicksseasonaldecor.com. Everything else we're going to be using tonight, you can purchase from us. This ribbon is sold out, but you know this lavender came from the dollar store, you guys. How beautiful is that for $1? Love everything you do. Thank you, Claire. So tomorrow, between us, Steven's birthday is tomorrow. So he, as most of you guys know, lives about an hour or so away, just a little over an hour from us. He has his own house with his fiance, and he took the day off of work yesterday, or today, or tomorrow, I mean. We're going to all surprise him. So he already knows. I kind of slipped up earlier because we got some new fish for my fish tank, and I told him I'll see him tomorrow, and he was like, uh-oh. So we're going to surprise him tomorrow, but in the morning, me and Alex are going to record some tutorials, and I'm going to start our newest project. So in the Wreath community this month, we're creating a beautiful arbor, and I'm really, really excited about it. I can't wait to see how it turns out. So I'm just taking some of this lavender and circulating around the wreath. So the grapevine is $6.99 in our shop. You could definitely purchase just a regular oval. Add 1 spray. Wow, we only worked in 1 spray of greenery, you guys. So 1 spray of greenery, which was $5.50. About a yard worth of ribbon, so figure another 50-60 cents for that. And 2 sprays of dollar store lavender, which is $2.50 for both sprays or bushes. So you're looking at a $10 wreath. And yesterday, I received a nice comment on one of my dollar store projects where one of our followers asked, Nick, you have so many beautiful flowers in your warehouse. Why don't you use just your flowers? Why are you purchasing flowers from the dollar store? And truth be told, I don't need to purchase flowers from the dollar store. You know, I have a selection of flowers, more to come. And I could just use what we have, but my business is run a little bit differently. You know, I'm not in this business to sell to you guys. And I know a lot of people are unable to afford our supplies, So my logic is by creating dollar store themed wreaths, whether they're all-inclusive dollar store or a mixture of products, it gives people that are unable to afford, $5, $6, $7 sprays. It gives them the opportunity to A, learn how to make their own, and B, actually afford to make their own. So if you guys are a fan of kind of that logic, let me know. Of course, we do expensive tutorials. We do some designer, high-quality, expensive wreaths in the Wreath community or here on my Facebook page. But I like to do as many different price points as possible because everybody deserves to have something pretty. So look at that. About $10 or so. $10, $12. And if you already have a grapevine or if you already have some ribbon or flowers and greenery, even cheaper. That's why we love you. Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you, Ginger, for sharing. I appreciate it. I try not to be pushy with anything I do. I like to make sure I announce what I'm doing so nobody misses out in case they are interested. But my business is definitely a business where it's zero obligations and, we do as much as we can for as many different demographics as possible. I want to make sure everybody can learn something from me. That's one of the most humble and proud things that I'm able to offer with my business. So that is that wreath. What do you think? Everything does happen for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that as well, Laurel. So first wreath done, time to tackle our second one. So our second one, I was thinking about just using our inexpensive sunflower bushes. So these have been selling like crazy. And I think they're only $4.99 or so. So these are $4.99 in our shop. And Alex is in the comments section. She'll be happy to provide links for you all. We'll take another 14-inch oval. You guys want to hear how low we are on grapevines? That I came down here, or Alex came down here, and she was actually looking. We had a few orders for some 14-inch rounds, and we had to steal from my own stash that I've accumulated. So we thought we had more than we did. We were surprised to see how fast they went. All right, next wreath. We love your heart. Thank you. Whether you do everything right or not, if your heart is in the right place, it's only a matter of time before your dreams come true, right? No phoniness here. So for this wreath, you guys can let me know. Should we use just the beige ribbon? I support you in your way of thinking. Thank you. Hey, Amy, should we just use the burlap? Or should we use a blend of the burlap and the blue? Let me know. You're a great designer. Thanks, Joan. Which of those two you like the best? Here it is with just the blue. The beige or just the beige? First comment gets it. Let's see. Love your attitude on everything. Thank you, guys. Richard likes it. All right, let's do both together then. So let's do a funky bow. We're going to cut 2 lengths of tails. I'm not going to measure them, just going to go for it. Like everything else, right? And these are ribbons that I've already used. So we've designed with both of these live. We're going to create loops about 2.5, 3 inches, and tails about 5 to 6, give or take. Doesn't have to be exact. Repeat that process over and over and over again. So in case you missed it, I did share a post about an hour or so ago. It's an old video, an oldie but a goodie, of Yaya cooking one of our favorite recipes, which is her 7-Up cake. It's something that all of our local friends have asked her for years. So you might have already seen it, but if you haven't, I did share it. But drop a comment too. Do you guys want to see more cooking videos from Yaya? That now that Yaya is starting to perk up a little bit, and yesterday, we had that little setback, but as an overall feeling, she's feeling better than she did last week, that's for sure. So with time, she's already said that she wants to create some recipes And whether you guys want to or not, to be honest, it doesn't really make a huge difference to me, because to me, they're keepsakes, those videos, and I'll be able to show my children in the future what an awesome yaya I had. So it's nice to be able to have those videos, right? And save those recipes. You know, not only will it be a recipe passed down from my yaya, but it's a recipe and a video. Can it get any better than that? So there's our little funky bow. And let's do it in the lower left now. We're going to just take our pipe cleaner, feed it through. We are running low on pipe cleaners, so we do have more on order. But in case you've needed pipe cleaners recently, you know, they are going fast, especially our beige ones. So I've just been using whatever color I got to save them for you. Another thing lots of you have been asking about is glue skillets. So we are in the works to hopefully get some. And if that's something you're interested in, let me know. It still to this day is our #1 question. There hasn't been a day since the start of my videos that I haven't been asked about the infamous glue skillet. So I know you guys want it. All right, couple tails left to dovetail. Then we can start working in our beautiful flowers. There we go. All done. Pull our long tails down. Try to balance the colors to the best of your ability. Again, I don't focus too much attention on making sure every loop is perfect. And if they're too long, trim them up. Rather be a little bit wasteful than waste a whole lot of ribbon by creating another bow. All right, final tail to trim. And we're good. Definitely need a glue skillet, yes. It still blows my mind that some designers choose a glue gun over a glue skillet. Not putting them down or anything. Of course, everybody's different. I gave up on that glue gun as early as I could. I made that switch. I think my very first video I was still using a glue skillet. I'll have to go back and check. Maybe somebody can go back and check my older videos to see how far back I've been using it. I don't think I've ever used a glue gun live. I know we've done a few pre-recorded videos for convenience, just warming up my glue skillet. But in regards to an actual live, I don't think I've ever used one. So almost 600 of you all, thank you so much for tuning in and sharing. The item number for this sunflower bush is MTF23753. And this has one, well, let's just count. Does it say? So it's 12 inches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stems. And each stem has a mixture of this grassy texture and the variegated foliage and a sunflower head. So these are like really neon. They're kind of cool. And let's work them in. I don't think we're going to even work in greenery. Debbie, I love it without flowers too. But if I didn't work in flowers, people would be like, I love it, add some flowers. So, but if you love it, that's all that matters. I feel like a lot of people get scared to design or scared to share with others because other people won't like it. And that's the last thing that you guys should be concerned about. You know, think of how many designs out there that people haven't liked of mine, right? Everybody that's watching right now, chances are pretty high that you've seen one of my tutorials and you were like, oh, I don't like it, or seen one of my designs. And imagine if that got to me so much that I didn't want to design or share with you, right? So not everybody's going to like everything you make, and everybody's going to do something a little bit different. And that's the beauty of the community we're in, because the possibilities are endless. And wreath making, there's no right way, there's no wrong way. And of course, every bit of advice that I give you is advice that I've accumulated over the years through trial and error. So, you know, the wreath community isn't open, so it's not like I'm trying to push that right now. But in that group, that's like the main source of me giving information through our tutorials and designs that I've learned over the years. Not saying it's right, but it works for me. So there it is with one sunflower bush. Make sure that's poking up. And let's work in two. I'll work in a few flowers towards the front. No dovetailing the long tails. No, so very rarely, if ever, do I dovetail those if I know beforehand that I'm going to work them in the way I've done here, which is to curl them. So this design, in my head already, I've decided that I'm going to curl those tails. So, since I already know that, I don't want to dovetail it. Dovetailing can heighten the chances of it fraying on the edges, and me personally, when I dovetail and then curl up the tails, I don't love that look. I'd rather it just be perfectly flat than having it kind of V-shaped like that. But great point. And I know there's some people out there that must watch me every night, and they're like, he forgot to dovetail again. Trust me, it's on purpose. It's for good reason. Let's just place a few of those towards the inside. So sunflowers, I never like to face directly towards me. How many of you guys over the years have heard me say that before? I'm thinking a lot of you at this point in time have heard me say, I'm going to bring this up a little bit, have heard me say to offset your sunflowers. So these being mini sunflowers, they don't look as much like eyes as the larger versions do, but still I like to offset them a little bit. Doesn't have to be drastic. It's just better than having them point straight towards you. So see these two right here? Don't those look like eyeballs to you? That's kind of the reason behind my madness. And another thing too is if you haven't texted me yet and you would like alerts when we go live, make sure to text me. You'll receive a text every time we go live or have exciting news for you to hear about. We usually send one text a day, sometimes no text a day. And rarely, but on occasion, we send 2 texts a day if it's a really busy, important day that I want to share with you all. So as a heads up, if you don't like receiving texts, don't sign up, right? We sometimes go 3 days without sending a text and then send a text. And some people in the text alerts are like, Nick, you're texting me way too much. And since Dad has the texting number, he always gets bummed out when he sees that. So if you're the type to not like texts, don't sign up. All right, our final flower, which is, of course, overkill. We don't need to be working in this many flowers. But it sure does look pretty, right? Hi, Tamara. Hey, Janet and Kim. Nice to see all of you. So Wreath 2, done. What do we have invested in this? That ribbon was left over from other designs that have sold, so I don't count that ribbon. You can if you want, but it is just leftovers and enough for me to do a whole other bow with. $6.99 for the grapevine, $5 or $4.99 for each of the sunflower bushes. We use 2. You're looking at like $10 to $15. All right. Let's see. Do we have enough stamina and products for a third wreath? I don't know. Are you guys sick of me yet? You guys want to see another wreath? Let me know. Hey, Dallas, it is so pretty. Thank you. Hey, Mary. But how unique are these 14-inch ovals? You know, I can't wait till we get our other grapevines in. We have a lot of styles coming in that hopefully you guys will like. All right, so this is going to be slim pickings, but let's see if we can make it work. I have this spray that came from Michael's a long time ago, and this one that more than likely came from our friends at Trendy Tree a long, long time ago. And let's see if we can make it work. I'm thinking we'll use all 3 ribbons. I have this, I have that, and this. All 3 of these are leftovers. Thanks to Alex. I just ordered several of the sunflowers. Awesome, Cheryl. Thank you for your order. Yeah, let's hear it for Alex. Isn't Alex a rock star, you guys? And this week, we've called a few of our customers just to check in, make sure you guys like your products. And some of you guys are so excited. It's the cutest thing in the world. And it makes my day. And me and Alex get a kick out of it when we call you. And you guys are like, hello? All right, let's just do a weird bow. Let's do that. We'll do 1 loop, 2 loops, that are completely different sizes, and a tail. Let's try that, see if that'll look cute. All right, so again, 1 loop, 2 loops, 2 loops now, and random tail. And why not? Let's work in the blue as well. 1 loop, just random loops. Maybe this will motivate some of you guys just to attempt things. Try it. Sometimes you'll love it and sometimes you'll absolutely hate it, but you don't know until you try. All right, so for this bow, let's stick it up here as well. Are you guys what am I trying to say? I was going to ask if you guys design on the left side, but maybe a better question would be to ask if you're left-handed or right-handed. And maybe you guys know what the difference is. I know that there's like beliefs and sayings between each, like creativity and all of that stuff. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know. Hey, Joan. Beautiful. Love it. My bows don't come out as nice as yours. Well, keep practicing. I think Mary asked that. Mary, keep practicing. Keep with it. And they will. It's not like I'm, a master of something, master of this. The best tip I can give you when it comes to bow making is just to give it a shot. But a good tip, too, is it's all in the fluff. It really is. I know I say that a lot, but it truly makes a huge, huge difference when you spend the time to fluff. You can be dealing with $60 rolls of ribbon, $100 rolls of ribbon, and if you don't know how to fluff or you don't spend the time fluffing, it makes no difference using that ribbon or dollar store ribbon because it's all in the fluff. Let's cut this one even shorter. And let's cut this one even shorter. All right, something a little funky, something a little bit different. Love the red ribbon? Me too. We have lots of red gingham like this in stock. The item number for this one is RGA 1543W7. I think we still have that roll left, but let's break this pick apart now. Let's see if we can just rip it off, which we can. We'll do that to all of the little tendrils. Trying to learn how to make a wreath? You absolutely can. Hey, Nelda, nice to see you. So Debbie's right-handed. Yeah, let us know which one you are, left or right-handed. And I'll go back after this video and I'll check to see what more of you guys, are, whether it be left-handed or right-handed. See, I love designing on the left-hand side of the wreath because my logic is all of my doorknobs are always on the right side of my doors. No, what am I trying to say? Yeah, on the right side of my doors. So I think having the big display on the left-hand side looks best because it doesn't get in the way of opening the door. It's not like we'd have an issue with that because we never make our wreaths that 3D. Some deco mesh users make them really poofy, or even floral wreaths. They come out 10, 12, 14 inches. And in that case, I would definitely recommend doing it on the left-hand side, especially if you're dealing with a smaller door. But if you're not, who cares? What's the difference? Take this little piece. Work that there. And then we have one little piece left. Yes, all this stuff, this pick that I have right now, we don't have available. But Everything else that we use besides that in the lavender, we do have available. Whether it's in stock or not does depend on each product. We are so appreciative of all of the orders you guys have placed with us. And if you have placed an order, let us know. And if you haven't, no worries at all. You don't need to purchase anything from me to support me by any means. Yeah, I love this red, blue, and denim. Denim. It is a denim blue and burlap look. I think it looks so pretty. It could be patriotic. It could be farmhouse. It could be country. It could be rodeo themed. So many different uses for this. All right, let's just work in a few blue flowers. I know my phone's about dead, but we should make it through the video. I'll take one of these longer blue flowers. And these flowers are beautiful. So these are from the year-round collection at Michael's, which, to be honest, I don't use a whole lot because it's always full price. It's only on sale like 2 times a year. And I'm too cheap to pay full price at Michael's. How many of you guys like waiting for sales and stuff? I mean, I don't go to these stores that much these days, but if I can snag a deal, I like to. What do you think? Catch up on comments. All right. I think I'm missing some of you. Hey, Kay. Fluff, that's right. Doesn't matter what ribbon you use. If you don't fluff it, you're not doing it right. So on this wreath, 3 leftover rolls, 1 mixed pick, and 1 blue flower pick. And that's it. I think that turned out so cute. I'm a master bow maker. Well, thank you for that. And if that's the case, then I guess my goal is to make you guys master bow makers as well. So that's kind of our little farmhouse wreath. What else did we create tonight? We created our little lavender wreath. That was the first one we designed. And the replay's posted. And if you share it to your own timeline, you can always go back and watch it later on. So there's that one. And our last wreath. This one might be my favorite. I love that lavender. I mean, for $1, how can you go wrong? And our sunflower with the blue and beige. So let me know which of those 3 is your favorite. And as always, make sure to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. You can sign up for our email list at nicksseasonaldecor.com, where you can also purchase these products. And if you want text alerts going forward, you can send me a text to the number 978-396-9150. Wreath Community is closed till the end of September, but you can learn more at wreathcommunity.com for when that opens. But do me a favor, go watch Yaya's video if you haven't. It's really funny. And wait to the end, because we have bloopers at the end of Yaya messing up and me and Alex laughing really hard. So you don't want to miss those. We're definitely going to do some blooper reels in the future, because I make a lot of mistakes. So love you all. Everything I've done tonight, you absolutely can do. These are 3 great beginner reads, and I know for a fact you can do it if you put your mind to it and you don't overthink every step along the way. So love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.